Hey, Chandler Crouch here with Chandler Crouch Realtors. September's real estate deals have closed. We're now in October, and so this is your October real estate report. But before we get into that, I just have to acknowledge this awesome green screen. This thing, I am pumped. I'm almost afraid of how much fun I'm gonna have with this thing. It's gonna be pretty cool. So also, I just have to thank those of you that helped spread the word on our property tax protest. My gosh, we ended up helping over 3,000 people protest their property tax values down. And this is a number I probably shouldn't admit on the World Wide Web. But when you add up all the property tax value that we help people reduce, it totals more than $40 million of reduced property tax value. That number blows my mind. So thank you so much for helping spread the word. You guys owe yourselves a thanks because y'all were the ones spreading that, and my gosh, I am looking forward to 2018. We're gonna probably have even bigger numbers next year. But let's get to that market report. First thing I want to look at is the price per square foot. Right now we're sitting at $107 a square foot. That number is actually down a little bit from last month. But the real question I want to try and answer today with this graph and the next one I'm going to show you is, when is the best time of year to sell? A lot of people mistakenly think that fall and winter are bad times to sell. Well, according to this graph, we are just as good as most of the year, actually better than most of the year. Last month was a little higher, which was August. The month before that, in July, was a little higher. But in June, it was dead even with exactly where we're at right now. And same thing for May. And we beat every other month, January to May, we beat all those months. So right now is really a great time to sell, at least compared to the other times of year. And then if you also look, we beat every number in 2016. So the highest number in 2016 is still lower than where we're at right now. So that is great news for the sellers out there. And actually, if you're a buyer, it's great news, because if you're looking to buy a house, the sooner you buy a house, the sooner your house starts going up in value. That's one thing to consider. The other thing I want to look at is this right here. This is the month supply of inventory. What this tells me is the relationship between supply and demand. I'm sure you've heard it said that that's what drives prices. Prices go up when demand goes up or when supply goes down. So what happens is July through September, you have more supply and less demand, but it starts dropping off a cliff right now. Right now we are in October, and you can see last year this was the point where it just basically fell off a cliff. So what happens is, I'm going to just show you with my hands here. In spring and summer, what most of you know to be true is actually absolutely right, that more houses sell in spring and summer. And everybody waits to put their house on the market in spring and summer. So supply is high, sky high, and demand is sky high in spring and summer. Then what happens is everybody thinks, well, fall and winter is a bad time to sell your house. So the sellers think, well, we're just not going to put our house on the market. So supply goes down like crazy. Well, the buyers don't care what the sellers think. They still got to buy. Demand goes down a little bit, but it just doesn't go down as much, okay? So what happens is the ratio of demand to supply is weighted more in the demand side, and so it forces prices up. The amount of inventory, like this graph shows, it gets gobbled up. So according to this graph, the best time of year to sell would actually be, to put your house on the market in the October through December time frame, because when you put your house on the market those months, then they end up closing in the January, February time frame, and that's where we get these numbers from, because that's when those deals are closing. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, just give us a call. Also, these numbers are just kind of broad, across the board numbers. This stuff it has a minimal impact in what's going on with your house. I can tell you, I'm looking at the numbers for many individual subdivisions out there, and some of them are way different than what you're seeing here. So the thing that's most important is what's going on in your subdivision with your house, and I'd be more than happy to do the research, put my team to work, help you find out exactly what you could expect to sell your house for. So give us a call. We'd be happy to help you with that. Another service that we do for free is we will actually walk through your house with you and give you an idea of what you would need to fix up or upgrade in order to get maximum value out of your house. And the thing that most people don't expect when we do that is that a lot of times what we're doing is telling you what you don't have to do. People think we've got to fix everything in our house in order to sell it. Well, that's actually not true. There are some things that you don't have to fix up or upgrade in order to sell. And so we would love to let you know what those things are as well, help you save some money. So give us a call to do that, 817-381-3800. Find us on the web at chandlercrouch.com. Or look us up on Facebook. We're always doing giveaways and promotions to help market the houses that we're selling. And what we do is we actually give away products and services of local companies, local businesses, to help kind of drive some traffic to our listings. And so you guys end up getting some free stuff and free food and that sort of thing. It's a lot of fun. But that's all I have today. I will look forward to speaking with you next time. Have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.